Hello friends, this is Bhatia from Sukhmani Immigration Services, Brampton, Canada. I'm a regulated and licensed Canadian immigration consultant. Today's video is very special because I am going to talk about not one, two draws, two PNP draws which happened recently. So we'll do the complete analysis and share every detail with you. But before that, I request, if you have not subscribed to the channel so far, please consider subscribing. We talk a lot about Canadian immigration news, update, tips and tricks on this channel. If you like the video, share it with your family and friends so that they can also benefit. So please don't forget to press the bell icon. So without further delay, let's get started. Let's look into the two draws. So two PNP draws which happened in 2 weeks. The first draw is BC Draw, which is BCPNP Draw. So these draws ironically happened on two different coasts. One is East Coast, other is West Coast. So let's talk about beautiful British Columbia, BCPNP Draw. So BCPNP Draw happened on June 28th, which is yesterday. So yesterday this draw came, and total this draw is basically divided into two parts. So draw part 1, 159 people were called. This is a general draw. It includes the tech occupations also. So we'll do the complete analysis, and then part 2. In the part 2 of the draw, there were two categories which were targeted, and this is targeted draw, and 23 people were called into this. So let's have a quick analysis of this draw. So as I said, 182 people were invited. Out of 182 people, the general category, 159 people are invited. In the general category, remember, in the general category, tech people are always invited. But in addition to that, BC also conducts tech specific draws. So this was not a tech specific draw, but tech people were also invited in this general category also. So this is draw 1, draw 2, targeted draw, 23 people were invited. And here I want to take a pause and explain to you once again that BC is highly focused on these categories. So the first category is early childhood educators, which are called ECE 4214. So they are regularly doing, for last 4 to 5 months, they are regularly calling people who are early childhood educators. So in my previous videos also, I have explained you the various levels at which early childhood educators can come depending upon their qualification and their experience. So ECE, early childhood, they have invited 17 people in this draw. And always, whichever date you can look back, you will find that in last 3 to 4 months, regularly BC is inviting early childhood educators. So next draw, which is demand, always there. The demand is always there for healthcare workers. So whether that be nurses, medical technologists, whatever that category is, but healthcare workers always in demand, and 6 people were called in this draw also. So this is the analysis for the BCPNP draw, which held on June 28th. Now, sometimes people come back to me and say, this score which you are showing is less, right? You say, CRS score is this, CRS score is this, but actually BCPNP, this draw doesn't go by the CRS score. This draw goes by another score which is called SIRS score. SIRS is a matrix. It is like CRS, but it is different. Like each province, Manitoba uses its own matrix, right? So BC uses its own matrix. Ontario uses its own matrix. So these are the province matrices. Those matrices which are used by the province, in this province, which is British Columbia, it is using a matrix which is named as SIRS. Now SIRS is an acronym, and it means Skills Immigration Registration System. So you do the expression of interest. You say, wherever there are, as I always mention to you, so there are two types of categories in PNP. One which is express entry linked, one which is not express entry linked. So where it is not express entry linked, you have to do an expression of interest. You want to tell them, you have to pay the fee for that province and do the expression of interest, and after paying the fee you explicitly apply for that province. So here, as I said, SIRS is an acronym, Skills Immigration Registration System, SIRS. SIRS scores and ranks candidate based on the human characteristics, and BC requires skilled workers to create profile in their system. So when you create the profile in the system, just like the CRS, express entry, CRS which is used in express entry, SIRS also ranks the people, and then whoever gets the highest score is invited. As simple as that, right? So now that you understand what is SIRS and how BCPNP uses it, so let's look at the various categories of this point system in SIRS. SIRS is basically divided into two category systems: 120 points for economic factors and 80 points for human capital factors. So economic factors, what kind of job you are doing, what is the money you are earning, right, where you are employed. So all these are economic factors. So human capital, what is your work experience, what is your education, how is your language abilities. So these together make 200 points. So 200 points are there from which you get score, and based on your score BC invites you. So this is how BC invites people. And now let's have a quick snapshot view of 2022 BCPNP draws. So far you see almost like half a year is done, right? Till June, half a year is done. So if you look at the data from these past 6 months, you will find that BC usually conducts every month 4 to 5 draws. 4 to 5 draws BC conducts usually, and between 700 to 900 people they call. So if you total it up till now, they have called 4,409 people. So BC has called 4,409 people under their PNP category. So now let's look at the Ontario PNP draw. Ontario, which you know is always called the engine of immigration. Why? Because all provinces you put together and only Ontario is still above this. Ontario has recently requested increase in the quota. They want even the current quota which they have is still not sufficient. They have asked for increase in the quota. They just got 8% increase. They wanted it to double, but government has not allowed it. So that's a news. So now let's have a look at the Ontario PNP draw. This PNP draw happened on 21st of June. So before I go to the draw, I just want to kind of give you a quick snapshot of Ontario categories, the OINP categories. So OINP, PNP categories are basically, and this is not only for Ontario, this is for your easy understanding. Each PNP is divided into 3 categories, mostly. The first category, which is express entry linked, right? If the province give you that nomination, you will get 600 points, which is express entry linked. The other one is you explicitly do expression of interest. And third category is entrepreneur stream, businessman category, investor category. So that is the third category. Now, so the draw which happened is under the express entry linked category. So express entry linked category, you must have the profile in the express entry. It is must. So for this, if you have the profile in the express entry, then only you can get this nomination. So under this express entry link category, there is a famous category called human capital. Under this, there is a very famous category which is called tech draw. So many IT professionals are aware of this. tech draw is regularly done by Ontario because Ontario needs tech people, and that's why this is a category which is always focused on getting this tech people. Ontario skill trade. So this is another category wherein people who do the jobs with their skilled hands. So Ontario skill trade category, that's another category. And the third one, which is French speaking skilled worker, and this is the third category we are talking about, and this is the category where draw happened. So under this category, these people are skilled workers, maybe IT professionals, maybe teachers, doctors, whatever, but they know French also. So that additional language ability really helps them and they can come into this category. So the draw which happened on 21st of June was under this category, and 21st of June draw, this is a snapshot from the government website. 21st of June the draw happened, and now let's look at the quick analysis of the draw. So 356 people were invited, they were issued notification of interest, and profiles which were created were between June 21st, 2021 and 2022. June 21, 2022. Candidates who can qualify under this are basically French speaking people, and they know, in addition to being a skilled worker, they also know French, and the minimum score was 440 under this draw. So now, one important thing which I want to stress, I have done the analysis and I have found out 3 types of people were called in this draw. What are those 3 types of people? So those 3 types of people are IT professionals. So you are an IT professional, good. But if you know additionally French also, you can come in this category. And another category is nurses. So nurses are always in demand, just like IT professionals. You are IT professional, you are computer engineer, software engineer, you are web developer, database analyst, whatever, you are always in demand. Same is the case with nurses. Nurses like licensed practitioner nurse, your registered nurse. So these nurses are always in demand. And the third one is teacher. So teachers here, normally teachers is a regulated profession, but teacher, if you know additionally French, then you have a very high chances. So teachers, particularly elementary school as well as secondary school. So these are the knock codes. Again, this information is taken from the government website, and these are the people who are called into this Ontario draw. So Ontario till date, as I said, it's an engine of immigration. They call so many people under this category also, just under one category. This is till date information. So they have called more than 1,000 people. To be precise, 1,016 people have been called under French speaking skilled worker category. So it is called FSSW. So other than this, if you need any kind of information related to any kind of Canadian visa or immigration, you can reach out to our office and get an appointment and talk to us. Here is the address, email IDs and phone numbers shared with you. Once again, if you have not subscribed to the channel, please consider subscribing, and this will really give us energy and boost. So thank you very much for watching the video. Thanks.